Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And fights through one man. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 14 carries, 128 yards, and a touchdown.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
Play fake. Bridgewater. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And the Washington first down.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Bridgewater's pass.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On play action, it's Bridgewater. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback who grew up just outside of Cleveland on Lake Erie, Mitchell Trubisky.
Well, I talk with people around the league about Mitchell Trubisky when he's coming out of North Carolina. Those that had questions about him, they often centered in on the fact that he was only a one-year starter and wondered why he couldn't beat out the guy ahead of him beforehand. I just locked in on the athletic ability, the accuracy, and then once he got the football, how the team responded to him. I think his upside is big.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for Zeke from last week: 20 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 22 yards there, a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Trubisky on first down. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense. I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Elliott, incomplete.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now the second down throw on target. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
At the 35-yard line.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Jones again the ball carrier.
A gain of 3, second down.
32-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
out of the gun, Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 13 yards out. And Washington has taken the lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Trubisky to throw. And that's complete. Albert Okuebuna. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards. So make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
But as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Throwing here, Trubisky. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
The 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. To 18.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point right down the middle. And we got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. From the 30 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Washington.
Here's Bridgewater. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
13 yards there on a Washington first.
Bridgewater now from the 50. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Play action now. Bridgewater. Going for the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time.
Brandon, that was a nice route that time. Lined him up on the right and worked his way all the way across the formation. One of the toughest routes to cover because you keep waiting for the ball to be thrown or for him to break something off. He goes all the way across the field, right to left, for a big play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And Washington has taken the lead.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 10.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. This is Scarborough. Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now Scarborough. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Bo Scarborough taking it in. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now.
Here we go.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Play action. It's Trubisky. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half. Trubisky to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Broncos 17.
not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it's Teddy Bridgewater with a standout first half. His guys will start the third quarter with the lead as we get you back out to Denver and hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. Their passing game has certainly been buoyed by some unbelievable catches.
I love that word because if you're the quarterback, if you're the guy throwing it, buoyed would be the word, wouldn't it? Because right now I think his confidence level is so high, I just throw it out there. They will go get it, and we're seeing some fantastic catches and some great plays as a result.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Going right side here, and that's complete. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Purple?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Open man, Hamler. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. K.J. Hamler with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
A loss of 8 yards. It's second down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing right, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
It's a gain of 13, but it brings up third down.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. It's caught. Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a first down carry by Jones. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. The tackle there by Antoine Woods.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 2. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and
Looking to throw on second down. Bridgewater toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
first down, Washington.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and goal, Washington.
To the air again with Bridgewater. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Michael Thomas there to make the grab.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally,
the haymaker to put that drive away.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. This is Elliott.
At the 34-yard line.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
22. Taken down at the 41. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Another Broncos first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
To throw, Bridgewater. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And now it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Being chased out left. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On 1st down, Trubisky. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down.
That's complete, Okuebuna.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now it's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now 3rd and goal.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tavon Austin there to make the grab. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. That signifies the 4th quarters here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
A second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond.
Washington 35.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
A gain of 14. And the Washington 1st down.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll find Jones again, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. High-scoring game. These offenses continue to hum and move the football.
And I don't know about you, partner, but I'm starting to get a little winded here. Because watching them go up and down the field, here in Denver where the air is rare, I think we need to go ask the chain crew how they keep up, because they've been going up and down the field and handling this thing.
That's a good point. I feel sorry for those guys at this high altitude. On 1st down, Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Marquez Cataway. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And Washington has once again taken the lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Trubisky readies the offense. Down by a field goal, 2:10 on the clock. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10.
Coming to you. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Trubisky on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Now Trubisky to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 40.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Throwing now is Trubisky. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
57.
Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score They might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. And now it's Washington's turn. Trailing by 4. 25 seconds remaining. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. He's back to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. One last shot now for Bridgewater. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
46.
Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.
So for the Broncos, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.